We'll go ahead and get started. My name is Shelley Jones. I'm with Embraer Aircraft Maintenance Services in Nashville, Tennessee. I'll tell you a little bit about our company. I've been employed by Embraer since November of 2007. EAMS is a fully owned subsidiary of Embraer. Our facility has performed maintenance since 1991. We were bought by Embraer in 2002. Our Quantum go live date was March 28, 2008. Some facts about our company is we have 500 employees in Nashville, we have 10 maintenance docks, and we have 2,695 part numbers on our capabilities list. In this session, we will discuss how Embraer has utilized quantum enhancements to streamline processes, create efficiencies, and eliminate opportunities for error. We created routed picking style picking lists with Crystal Report that considers where an item is located in the warehouse. We're utilizing RFID scanners to issue parts as soon as they are pulled from the bins. We're utilizing quantum locations for full traceability throughout our facility. We have a receiving module enhancement. We tailored the module to create efficiencies and eliminate opportunity for error. And we are also using documents and images at the stock line level. Created routing picking style picking lists with Crystal Report that considers where an item is located in the warehouse. We found that a lot of time was being wasted by employees walking to locations in the warehouse. All pick tickets in the warehouse printed randomly. An employee could pull a part from one side of the warehouse, then walk to the exact opposite side to pull another part. We did not have a defined picking method. We just had employees walking wherever the picks were printing from. We had a Kaizen week because we realized that with the amount of work that we had, we weren't able to complete it as needed to identify waste in our process. Through the Kaizen process, we realized that our warehouse employees were spending 14 hours per week per person going back and forth to different locations throughout the warehouse. By creating a Crystal Report that pulls the routine work order, work package needs from Quantum and considers the locations in the warehouse, we were able to streamline our process. We used the location codes table in Quantum to assign the sequence for the Crystal Report to route the pick tickets so that it understands what order that they need to print in when they come out of the printer. The employee runs the data link viewer once per hour to generate the picking list and pick tickets. And then you see that the picking list comes out as well as our pick ticket. And they are printed in the order that it's routed through the location table in Quantum that we assigned it to. Our target to pick and issue AOG priority picks is 9 minutes, routine in 2 hours. Prior to implementing the routed picking process, our on-time delivery was at average 54.5%. After implementing the routed picking process, we increased our on-time delivery to an average of 84.5, which is a drastic improvement for us. It was definitely great. We're not where we want to be, anywhere near where we want to be, but it was something that helped us get to this point. Utilizing RF scanners to issue parts as soon as they're pulled from the shelf. We found a gap through our Kaizen week. After implementing our Kaizen week, we found a gap that in our routing picking process. If the employee was not finished with the route within the hour, and by the time the next report was ran, the part appeared on the report to be pulled again. We had many occurrences of parts being pulled twice. This affected our cycle counts and caused rework for our technicians and warehouse clerks. So we gave each employee an RF scanner to use while running the picking routes. So as they go along, they're able to issue the picks as they are pulled from the bin. We also had the work order and sequence barcodes added to the pick tickets so that the employee can issue the parts as soon as it leaves the bin. So they're able to just scan the work order and the task as soon as it's pulled. And that keeps it from being reran on the next report if it wasn't issued by the time the next report was ran. Utilizing quantum locations for traceability throughout the facility. When we received a component, it was received in quantum into a stock, non-existent, non-physical location, and then routed to the shops for repair, staying in the stock location the entire time. This gave us no traceability, so if we had a component that was missing and it was received in, so we know that the customer sent it to us and that it was received into Quantum, after that, if it was missing, we had no way of figuring out where it was. So through implementing this process, we were able to create different locations within our warehouse and within our facility. So the receiving person would receive it in and it would go into their table as a location. And then it would be transferred to the cart that was transporting it to the next building. And then once the cart dropped it off, the employee would scan it into the shop that it was going into. So if there's at any point where somebody wants to know where the component is in our facility, we can now tell them that. We can tell them where it is. It transfers to the point of when it ships out. So when the shop finishes the repair, they're able to transfer it to the shipping department, and then the shipping technician is able to transfer it or ship it out of Quantum through the shipping module. The receiving module enhancement, tailoring the module to create efficiencies and eliminate opportunity for error. We recognized that the volume of receipts and our available manpower created the need for a more efficient system. We received 350 plus lines per day with 16 man hours, 6 days per week. Our goal is to receive all parts on our dock within 24 hours of being dropped off. We were not meeting this goal, so we had a Kaizen week to remodel the receiving module, because we found that that was where we were spending the most time, was clicking through every screen on the receiving module. We submitted an enhancement request to IT, and we worked with the development team from component control to develop a more robust and intuitive receiving system. We now have, as you can see, we have a barcode receiving option under our receiving module. Once you click on that barcode receiving, this screen pops up and you have an area for the PO number. This is where the clerk can now scan a barcode. If the part coming in is barcoded, they're able to scan it and the PO number populates. If it's not from a vendor that we have the barcoding system with, they're able to just key the PO number in there, and then it will automatically bring all of the information from the PO, such as the part number. If it's an EDI customer, you're also able to pull the airway bill from there. So there you can see just an example for Embraer. We have the barcode label, and then they're using these scanners to pull that information. But in the case of Embraer, we're able to do a little bit more than we are with other vendors, because you can see theirs comes with the part number on it, the quantity has its own barcode, the batch number has its own barcode, and then the expiration day is also listed there. So their barcodes are pretty good for things like this. Quantum then brings the part number from the PO and auto-populates it to the receiver. So once he scans, or he or she scans that PO number, it's going to automatically bring the part number. It's going to automatically bring the airway bill number. It's going to go ahead and fill in the PO detail over here where you see the company, the item number, the PO, the part number, if it's a serialized component, if it's time life, if it's shelf life, and then how many are actually on the PO. So it won't allow you to receive more than the number that it pulls from the PO. And also the purchase unit of measurement. So if it's meters, feet, each, whatever it's set up with in the part master. It will also, it'll also bring the airway bill number from an EDI manager if the part is from a Spec 2000 compliant vendor, or if you have somebody populating that information in there, it'll bring it for you. It saves them time so that the receiving clerks are not having to key in the airway bill number, so we're always saving time and steps. It indicates if it is a shelf life controlled part and will not let you move forward without entering the expiration date. So if you were to try to Sorry, I pushed the wrong button. So if you were to try to go ahead and hit enter, then at this moment it will not let you go forward, and you would have to actually key in the expiration date or scan the barcode if your vendor provides that. After all of the needed information is filled, the employee presses enter and it takes them into the regular receiving module to finish the receipt.